Is that okay?
But this is a product of God, or not?
Again, you don't now. When we are scientifically calling, don't call God. Who is God? Again, when you are God, then you are a devotee. You see? So let us have only one line of action. Either you are talking like a scientist, no God. We are talking in scientific terms. It is only one reality, supreme reality. You may call it God, doesn't matter what is there. But then when it comes to God, then there is some other connotations. When a devotee says God, then he with folded hand he says, "Oh Lord, you are supreme. You have got supercomputer. I have got a small computer." The scientist says, "No God, nothing. We want to know the reality." So take either of the stand. Take either of the stand. When we take the reality stand, this is the reality. When you talk about God, well, here the devotee says, "Oh God, it is your Maya. Please save me from your Maya." When it is a devotee, either you take the platform of a devotee or you take the platform of a jnani, of a rational person. You cannot be in between. Don't travel on those two tracks. Take one track. Now come to the second question.
But just a question. The Maya is not being neglected, as he said, in Vedanta also. Vedanta is not neglecting Maya, is it?
No, it is not neglecting.
But it is a second truth. The first, it's not the first.
Not the second truth. It is a relative truth. As long as you see you are in the relative world, you accept it. Ultimately, it is not absolutely, it is not existing. But as long as you are alive, you can accept it. And that time also, it is not saying, don't enjoy the world. Swami Vivekananda says, you may enjoy the world, but once you get attached, gone. So there are two sides. Swami Vivekananda says in Gyan Yoga, there are two types of people. Some people, they say, eat, drink and enjoy the world. They have lost the way. There are some people who give up all the joys of the world and they are like hermits meditating on some supreme reality, but they are following the joys. They have also missed the world. Then who are wise people who take up the whole thing, enjoy the world, don't get attached. You may be in the throne, sitting like a king on the throne, don't get attached to it. It's attachment that brings misery. Remembering that it's all one supreme reality, taking that supreme reality, same reality is my mother, is my father, is my wife, is my children. I am worshipping the same reality everywhere. Then you are safe. But once the duality comes, attachment comes, gone. So you enjoy the Maya if you want to enjoy, yes. But remember, this is all relative. One day it is going to break. This chain of illusion has to break. It should not be a sudden shock to you. You see, we do not want to put flowers on the corpse. Most of the time we are trying to put flowers on the corpse. But once you remove the flower, again it is very bad smelling. Let us accept the reality as it is. Be bold, accept the reality. But that does not mean escaping from the world. That does not mean escaping from the world. Swami Vivekananda says, remain in the world, enjoy its beauty. Yes, enjoy, have joys, all the joys. Don't miss the joy. At the same time, face the reality as it is. Be bold, face the reality. Have the power, reserve the power of non-attachment. You must have as much power of attachment as that of detachment. You see, he said, walls do not have attachment. But they are walls. They neither enjoy nor they suffer. We don't want to be like walls. We want to enjoy. We want to get attached to our relatives. Yes, we want to enjoy the life. But at the same time, we must know, we must reserve the power of detachment, because anytime it may be done. It is all temporary. Everything is temporary in this world. Today I am here, tomorrow I may not be. At 8:46 people were enjoying. One car was going with the bridegroom. 8:47 earthquake gone within 1 minute. Finished. 1.5 minutes, everything finished. 10,000-20,000 people killed. Earthquake. Anytime we may be killed, there may be heart attack, it may not be earthquake. I can die any moment. So we can die any moment. So this is a temporary reality. As long as it is there, let us enjoy. Now
that means, to be very clear, the Vedanta philosophy is not, as if demonizing the Maya.
No.
Is it
It
clear?
is enjoying Maya. It is enjoying Maya.
Yeah.
At the same time, the ultimate objective is to go beyond Maya. The objective of Vedantin is to rise above Maya, is to be the controller of Maya, the master of Maya, rather than to be a slave of Maya.
You speak only of enjoying the Maya. There's the other side in the same amount. You have the wars and so on, that's also Maya. Do you enjoy this? So if you say enjoying, you have to transcend Maya to get into peace.
To go above it.
You can't
Because, as I told you, within Maya, it is two sides of the coin you have to accept. Happiness and sorrow. Both are two sides of the same coin. This you have to accept. It may not come to you now, but everybody experiences it in one side at one stage of the other.
No, the problem is that the comparison between the Christianity and our religions. The Christianity's rules and regulations says these religions, say the Asian religions, they are neglecting the words.
The present.
Yeah, the present. They are neglecting it, and they are totally not aware of the realities and facts.
Never, Hinduism never says don't enjoy the present world and go only. Swami Vivekananda says, I do not believe in a God which cannot give me, which cannot wipe the tears here and giving me heaven instead after my death. I don't believe in that God. He says, I don't believe in a God which cannot wipe the tears of a widow or cannot put a bread into a hungry mouth. No. That is why Swami Vivekananda said, there was a time by the influence of Buddhism, our Vedantist people had become little negative in approach. But Swami Vivekananda said, he was asked, why India became so much there was so much of downfall of India in spite of having the highest philosophy? Then Swami Vivekananda replied, it is because Vedanta was there, but we did not apply in everyday life. So he said, that's why he was asked also, what new thing you have given? You are talking only of the Upanishads and Vedanta. Yeah. He said, yes. I am talking only of the Upanishads and Vedanta, but this knowledge of Vedanta was forgotten. Adi Shankaracharya came and he brought forth this Vedanta knowledge again, but he put it in forest and caves. And I am born to bring this knowledge of Vedanta to the forest, from the forest to the every house, to the laboratory, to the industries, to the business houses, to the offices, in every field, how this Vedanta can be applied. You can be living in the world, you may be doing your work, at the same time, you may be enjoying the world, at the same time you can be a Vedantist. Now this is called practical Vedanta. So Swami Vivekananda said, what we want today is practical Vedanta. A Vedanta which becomes practical in our everyday life, which will give not only joy after our death, but joy in our everyday life. Which will not convert our work, only worship into worship, but also convert work into worship. This is the greatest beauty of Swami Vivekananda. That is why Sister Nivedita, Miss Margaret Noble, as you know, in her, there is complete works of Swami Vivekananda. 8 volumes are there. His lectures, his conversations, his letters and everything. Now the 9th volume has come. In the introduction, Sister Nivedita writes that she asked Swami Vivekananda, is it true that Hinduism says that only one is real and the world is unreal? Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya? Yes. And does Buddhism say that one is unreal and many is real? Yes. And then Swami Vivekananda says, and I and Sri Ramakrishna have come to add that one and many are the same reality seen from different angles at different times. This is the beauty of Swami Vivekananda's philosophy. It's one reality. And he had that realization when he was wandering throughout the country, as I told yesterday, when he came to Almora. Almora, there is Kakri Ghat. There is one person from Almora. Yeah. And Almora, near Almora, there is Kakri Ghat. Under a tree in Kakri Ghat, that Kakri Ghat, that tree is still there. Under a tree, Swami Vivekananda told his Guru Bhai, Swami Akhandanand, there's a beautiful small river going. Oh, it's a beautiful place, Ganga. I want to meditate here. So he started meditating there. And for a long time he meditated. And after his meditation, he said, Ganga, today I had one of the greatest realizations of my whole life. And what was that realization? During meditation, he saw that microcosm and macrocosm are built on the same plane, which the modern science is now telling, experimentally proving. Swami Vivekananda got realization in 1891 that it is Microcosm and macrocosm are built on the same plane.
And this is also the foundation of Hinduism.
And so, and that is why Swami Vivekananda says, one and many are the same reality, perceived at different times with different angles. And then Nivedita says, Sister Nivedita writes in complete verse of Swami Vivekananda introduction, this is the realization which makes Vivekananda the great preacher of karma, not as divorced from, but as expressing jnana and bhakti. To him, the workshop, the farmyard, the laboratory are as true and fit sins for meeting God with man as the door of a temple or the cell of a monk. This, to work is to worship, to labor is to pray, to renounce is to conquer. That is the realization. So Swami Vivekananda gave this message of practical Vedanta in our everyday life. We don't have to go anywhere else. No. Whatever work we are doing, the same work can be converted into worship. You don't have to give up your joys, but enjoy the life. At the same time, remember, this is temporary. Within Maya, we have to be the master of Maya. We have to transcend Maya. We have to transcend the limitations, go beyond time, space and causation, and become one with infinite knowledge, infinite bliss, and infinite existence. That is our ultimate aim. If not, you'll be caught unawares. Suddenly death will come. And so what will happen? What will happen? My job, what will happen to my job? What will I do? Nothing doing. Gone. You will feel so miserable. I want to take my wife. No, she can't go. I want to take my car. No. A new car he has brought in. He said, I want to bring my new car at least. He gave today special sweet. But you can't take that car. Unfortunately, all will remain here. So we have to transcend Maya. Ultimately. Enjoy Maya, transcend Maya. Should not forget.
Share with others.
Yeah. Sharing will give you little more peace. Yeah. And if you give more peace and if they share, suffering also will be shared. One day, if you share your happiness, your suffering will be also shared. One day you have to get suffering. It will be also shared. So let us have many shareholders in our life. More shareholders, we can share happiness and sorrow. It will be profitable in the long end. Yeah.
But how can a normal...
3 questions remain unanswered.
The fourth one about
Fourth
your
one
life.
was I have transferred, 3 more to be answered.
Understood.
Okay.
Okay. Third one was
100%, but say, okay.
we go the reverse direction. Third one,
The preaching of Swami Vivekananda, criticizing the bad points of Hinduism.
yes. Now I told you the present position at present also in India, casteism is still ruling. There are these untouchability is still there, but it has reduced from what it was. Third, another thing that has happened, Swami Vivekananda said, because God is present in every human being, why not worship Him first? So he sent his 2 of his disciples to Haridwar to start a hospital. So they started serving the old people. They were lying on the road. They brought in a small hut. They started serving, and they started giving all types of services and helping them get out of the sickness. Now other monks, Orthodox monks, they were furious. What? These are all monks? No, they are not monks. They are bhangis. They are untouchables. They are sweepers, because monks are supposed to be at a higher platform. They should not touch anybody. And also they should only give blessing. And they should be only talking about scriptures. Not just taking the wounded man and putting the plaster and putting all kinds of ointment and touching this or that. Oh. And there, an untouchable who goes to clean the latrine is called bhangi. So they used to call Ramakrishna monks Bhangi monk. He is not a monk, he is a Bhangi. So there will be Bhandara, when there will be community dinner. All the monks will be invited. But monks of Ramakrishna Mission will not be invited, because they are not monks, they are Bhangis. They are touching all sorts of things, and their whole day they are, instead of meditating, they are just serving these patients. No, they are not monks. This continued for many years. But we monks, we continued our services. Gradually it became a little bigger hospital. Now of course it is 223 bedded big hospital with all amenities. There one of the Orthodox monks' head, Mahamandaleshwar, he fell ill, and there is no hospital nearby. So he was brought, And our monk started serving him. As we were serving others, we served. And he was so happy. Then suddenly, he was Mahamandaleshwar. He said, what all I have said, I take back. In fact, they are doing the real service, and they are the real Vedantic monks who are serving human beings, taking them as God. And from that time onwards, the reverse thing happened. Unless until a monk of Ramakrishna Maharaj will come and take up the front seat, nobody can start eating. Oh, reverse. Now, today, there are so many bhandaras going all over in Haridwar. A monk of Ramakrishna Mission should take the front position. Unless they start eating, nobody can eat. Beginning, we were outcasted. So now you can just imagine, and so many organizations are now, in fact, there is a competition, for going for service activities. So many organizations started, religious organizations, they were telling, no. Our religious organizations should only be dealing with lectures, discourses, bhajans, meditation. Now, all the religious organizations have come into the fray and competition. So many hospitals they are starting, eye hospitals and education institutions. So these service activities have come now. This is a great achievement of Swami Vivekananda. 100 years back, you could not imagine in India any religious organization starting a hospital. We were so much criticized, and now you find every religious organization wanting to start a service activity. This is a great change has come. This is second question answered. Third one. Second one.
Second one is about the things which are not functioning in the disaster management in Coventry.
Yeah.
Not
Now,
things which are functioning, is okay?
Yeah, this is okay.
Yeah.
Now, there were many discussions that were held, and particularly this particular thing was the main thrust was on planning for reconstruction, and they had told that some of the impediments that came from the government side, or some of the impediments that came from the local participation. So we should have more of local participation. That's why our project became very successful because of two reasons. Number one, we say we will not take any grant from government. In fact, government had told we had option of taking 50% contribution from government and 50% our. We said no, rather we should do less work, but we will go for 100% our own contribution from charity, from donations. That was our trump card. Now many NGOs, they went for 50% contribution from the government. They said we will show more work and 50% donation. But there were so many rules and regulations of the government that you have to have so many persons and the members of the members should be there from the village. There should be like this. There will be village committee. Before that you should pass. And for purchasing the material, the purchase committee will be there. And for purchasing the material, unless those people will say no, you must purchase from this particular shop who is giving you commission. And so many types of things came. But we were saved from all those things because we knew that I had some experience. We said no, nothing doing from the government. So that is number one. So we did not face that difficulty. Others faced it. Second, about that local participation. Sometimes they built the houses and the religious people, they did not go for living in the houses. Because they were not according to their test, they did not want to go outside. Whereas what we did, we told them, do you want to come to the colony, little outside the village? Please raise your hands. And beneficiaries, we ourselves selected. Government, we did not take, we did not depend on government. Because we had 100% contribution, we could select our own beneficiary, number one. And then we gave them two options. Those who want to come to outside people, outside this one, okay. But some people said, no, we don't want to leave our own land. We want to build our own houses on our own plot of land, but we are receiving government grant, which is very less, you help us. So we said, okay, we will give you 100 bags of cement to each beneficiary, but condition is that it must be an earthquake resistant house. And so the foundation design was given by our engineer. Total plan can be yours. You may have 1 room, 2 rooms, whatever you want, but the foundation should have tie beams as per the requirement for earthquake resistant house, and that was done. But other NGOs had this problem. So now in this conference they have thought over all these matters, and now the third conference may be in India, as it seems. They are thinking after every 2 years. The first was in Italy, second one was in Coventry, third one maybe in India. It is not yet decided, but India has offered. we have offered from Indian side, we can have a third conference there, where we will discuss about community participation, how we can have better, and we want to have more of government officers also participating in that. Many NGOs had come, and some of the professors had come, more of research scholars had come, so we said there should be equal contribution. I and only 2 more were there from NGOs. Others were all professors who were dealing more with the academic side, but from the practical side now what they want in the third conference. So this is your second question.
And the last question was about...
That we leave. Come to the next question. You were telling something?
Yeah, I was asking about this. What about normal or illiterate people? How
Yeah.
can they transcend beyond Maya?
What is there? Nothing. It's very simple. As I told you, there are 4 yogas. They may not be able to go for Jnana yoga, but they can as well go for Bhakti yoga. Oh Lord, please remove Maya from me. It's very simple. Bhakti yoga is there for the people who are not literate. Doesn't matter. And not only Karma yoga also, whatever work, oh Lord, I am doing is for you. That is Karma yoga, that we can do. Seva is service also. Service cannot be only by money. You can do service by even helping somebody physically, mentally. There are so many types of services that you can accept. Holy Mother Sardana used to say, Jar ache, se mape, jar nai, se jope. Those who have got some means, let them give donations. But if you are poor, you do take the name of the Lord, doesn't require any money. For giving donation, you should be rich, okay. But if you don't have money, take the name of the Lord. Jar ache, se nape, jar nai, se jope. Those who do not have money, you can't give donation, doesn't matter. By taking the name of the Lord, you are doing great service to humanity. Just take the name of the Lord, given to you by Guru. Mantra Diksha, those who are taken, let them take the name of the Lord. That will give tremendous peace of mind. That is another thing that I wanted to say, but now the time is up. On meditation, there are various techniques. Yeah, you wanted some question?
No, it's okay.
I think now, first question you didn't have answer properly.
That we bypassed, because there is no time.
Yeah, about this mantra Diksha, is it important to have a mantra for peace of mind?
This is a very good question. Now we see now what is the meaning of mantra. Mantra means mananat tvayate iti mantra. The word, the thing that helps you in concentrating your mind is a mantra. When you sit down for meditation, you will find, we will have practical meditation, you will find the mind wanders here and there. It is very difficult to concentrate. The nature of the mind is always going out, wavering. So, mantra, when you take up a mantra, particularly when a mantra is given by a competent guru, a competent master who has himself practiced that mantra, so he is charged with spiritual power. When you take a mantra from a competent guru, along with that spiritual power, then that mantra has got certain subtle power. If you repeat that mantra, it helps you to concentrate your mind. Without mantra also you can do. And now this mantra can be obtained without guru also. You say Om, Om, Om. It's a good mantra. You just chant Om, Om. That also will give you power. That also will help you to concentrate. But when you receive mantra diksha, at the time of mantra diksha, the guru imparts that mantra which has been made live by his own efforts for a whole lifetime. He has been practicing that. So along with that, he gives his power. So the disciple gets a double advantage. It is not only the mantra, but also the power behind that mantra that comes along with that. And that helps him or her to concentrate better. So, yeah.
And is this mantra supposed to be kept a secret for this person?
Yeah.
He's not supposed to tell it to anybody else.
In our mantra diksha, I will tell you, in our tradition, in Ramakrishna order, there is mantra diksha. When the guru gives, it is meant only for the disciple. He or she should not divulge it. Why? Because it is too sacred.
Oh, I see.
It is secret. Why it is to be kept secret? Because it is too